was lit.
Hey guys, new here. Doing a run of one of the lower level dungeons, just to help explain how exactly it works. I apologize for a couple bit of lag in the video. I was doing this recording pretty late at night since there's a lucky moment. I was trying to get as many levels as I could. But I'm still gonna go through all of this and explain to you exactly how the bosses work and how this is completed. Um, First boss you'll come across is this mage. Much like the um, last boss in Zeus, he will summon an elemental. This time it is a water elemental. Because I'm over level in this video, I don't really have to focus it, but I would suggest if you're at level, you should kill the water elemental first. He will respawn it periodically, but it can be quite a bit more annoying than his actual attacks are. Be aware that he does put a slow on the party, so it reduces casting speed and movement speed as well. After that, it's just a couple of trash mobs. Um, Nothing really serious. A couple of guards, rock elemental with some nasty mobs. I do know that the smaller mobs do typically put a armor shred on your tank, so you should burst them down pretty quickly, but it shouldn't be too difficult. They're just trash mobs after all. This guy right here is actually very important. He will have two quests for you if you are coming in there the first time. One of the quests is to kill the next boss, and then the quest after that is to get Galuxor's head. If you're gonna continue down the hallway, turn to the right, there's gonna be a couple more trash mobs. So just kill those quickly. And then you'll walk across the next boss. The theme of Tenasses Temple, at least the second portion of it, is that a lot of the bosses are in pairings, and the pairings tend to give each other benefits based off of how close they are. This one particularly, the smaller one will heal the master, and the master will bring the student back to life if they're within equal range of each other. Because I'm over leveled, you won't see that mechanic itself because my mercs and I will do enough DPS that we will kill it throughout the healing. But if you're doing this with a party of your friends or something, you should pull them apart so that you can make sure that you can kill them. After that, it's just another group of trash mobs. Fire elemental, and a couple of the little creatures that I was talking about before. You're going to continue up the stairs. There will be one pack of 2 mobs, and then up on top of the stairs there's I want to say 4 mobs. They're pretty much tank and spank. They do a little bit of fear, but they should not give you a problem. The next boss is this demon and his friend. Once again, these two will heal each other based off their distance from each other. So you definitely want to focus the demon down first, and then focus down his human, well, I guess not human, but his partner afterwards. The easiest way to do this again is to split them up. So if you're doing it with the mercs, I would say you can have your merc run one over to the other side, and then you can pull the other one to the other side because they are based off of damage, so you can pull them away from each other. If you're doing this with a group of friends, then it's easy. It's even easier because then you can just have your tank pull one across, and then everybody else can just focus down the other one. After that, there's just a couple more trash mobs. Another type of elemental, wind elemental. This actually does have a lot of elementals. Thinking about that, I know when you get to late game, elementals do tend to do more in terms of their elemental like damage wise, whereas where like water elementals will also freeze, and earth elementals will also do send spikes up from the ground. So it's a little bit different for lower levels because they're just introducing you to the mobs and the typings and getting you used to running through these types of dungeons. Um, the mercenary system is actually very helpful for these because it means you don't have to have a group of friends to come help you out with this. The mercenaries are very strong. Even at level, they can basically just kill the whole thing for you, and pretty much will ensure that you'll complete it. But be aware that some portions of the dungeons will not make them actively go into combat, which means that if you're taking damage and they are actively in combat, you won't get healed. So be sure to always use your Z, X, and C commands to ensure that they're in combat as well as you, so that you don't die. If you will remember, that is the same guy who gives you the 2 quests before. This portion can be a little time consuming, not because the ads themselves hurt, but because you have to wait until he whittles Gluxor down to 20% of health before you can actively do anything. Um, Basically, there's nothing really involved besides killing a couple waves of mobs. I know you used to be able to heal him so that he didn't take as much damage from Gluxor, but it seems they have patched that out where he does significantly more damage to Gluxor in order to get him down to that 20% threshold. Be aware this is also one of those portions that I was talking about how your partners will not always actively go into combat even if you are taking damage. I am a summoner in this video, so it didn't really bother me because I can just self-heal. But the tick from this can do a lot of damage to you and can bring you pretty close to death. So as you'll see, we're just killing the mobs, waiting for him to get Gluxor down and low in health. Which he will be knocked out, and then you'll kill Gluxor with your mercenaries. After you kill Gluxor, he again will have another quest for you to go talk to Charlotte, to go kill Charlotte as a sleeper. Or not Charlotte as a sleeper, wow. No, I think it is his name. Charlotte. I think Charlotte is. Which is the last boss in this temple. You just go up this ramp, and then there's a couple more ads, and then when you take a left, there's a couple more groups of ads, and then the final boss. So when you get to the top of the ramp, there's going to be a lot of the littler demons. This is technically the boss. He starts out as all of these smaller demons. He continues to spawn waves, and as you kill them, they get bigger and bigger in size, though the amount of them decreases. So you will see that I think it's 5 waves. I think it's 5 waves where he eventually gets down to his final form, which is Charles the Greater. It's basically the same mob, and he doesn't particularly do anything damaging, but it can be an odd fight because of how many ads will attack the screen at once. Again, I am over leveled, so this will probably go a little bit slower for you. But as you can see, he'll get down to his last form, which will be a bigger version of himself, and it'll be the red ring, so you'll know you're at the last portion. Again, he doesn't really have anything difficult. I know the actual astral for this at max level is very different in that it's an entirely different boss fight in itself, but this is pretty easy. It's tank and spank. After that, there will be 2 quests from here, and you'll turn in, and then you can just ask the spirit to leave, and he will send you out of the temple. And there you go. You have completed TT2, or Tenasses Temple, second portion of it. This series will have one more dungeon in it, because the last dungeon that's in this game for low levels is Defiled Runes. It's a level 42 dungeon, and I should be getting up to it in about probably a day, so I'll be sure to get the recording for that done and get all of that walkthrough for you guys too. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Comment anything you wanted me to do in Allods, or anything, pretty much anything you want to talk about. I know my channel will be continuing to put out Pokemon MMO videos at the moment, because I'm just having so much fun playing through Pokemon again with my friends. But after that video's over, we'll probably be playing EOS, and as always, I will be getting out Outlaws content because I just love this game so much. Thank you all for your support, and I'll see you later.